Hello YouTube, welcome back. A bit more CRYPTBEARDS for you. It's late night here. It's currently 1:45 in the morning and I have just done my new first microscopy corner. New first microscopy corner. That's a very mangled way of putting it, isn't it? What I've done is a microscopy corner for the first time in a long time, thanks to the acquisition of a new microscope. And let me say, much as the chat was silent, I like to think that was silent in a kind of awe-stricken state. Stricken, bad choice of words. In an awful state. No, that's a bad way as well. They were just quiet because they were amazed and drawn in by the wonderful world of the tiny. We looked at all sorts of insects, and in fact we gazed deeply into the behind of a bee, which I'm sure we'll agree is very interesting indeed. Anyway, we got a ghost, so it probably makes sense to immediately pop down to the... Oh, wait, no, we are currently battered and bruised from an elven attack, aren't we? We need a drawbridge. I know people have been telling me for ages to put a drawbridge in, but oh my god, look at this mess. It's just mush. Completely destroyed corpses all over the place. I mean, maybe... Have they dug out any of that burial chamber I asked them to? No. Oh man, I've dug the burial chamber off of the mining shaft, not the civilian life shaft. Ah, well, it's not the end of the world. Could be worse. It could be a lot worse. I could have killed all my dwarves and had nowhere to bury them, and that wouldn't have been any good, would it? Human crossbowmen, axemen, macemen turning up. That's good. Hopefully they'll actually engage in combat the next time the fortress is in trouble. Unlike many of the people who turn up purporting to be monster hunters. No, sir, you are not a monster hunter. You are a dickhead. Actually, I could do once this area's cleared a bit and I can see the floor again, it might be possible to do a combi drawbridge that will... A caravan from Dismaz Kisbiz has arrived. Oh my god, they're not going to be happy about all these corpses. If the historical precedent is anything to go by, they are going to immediately freeze and remain there for months on end. Let's see what happens. Let's follow them up here. Good. Good. So far, so good. They're happy. They're fine. They don't care. They see all the children on the surface playing. Look at this little happy chappy. Vukar Fikod. He's having a good old time. He's playing around. Ha 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 ha. It's all fun times. This is a brilliant fort. Ah, what's this wall? Must be something beautiful behind it. Maybe we'll check out whatever secret gardens that are there next time, they're saying. Except they don't realise it's actually a corpse stockpile. Oh, now they do, because they've gone round the side they can see it from. Oh dear. You worried? You will be. What's this? Down the hill, over to the gates, and will he take his wagon over the mangled corpses? Oh, he's all over the mangled corpses. He doesn't care. I think more of a problem is some of these trees that need to be removed. Look at that. These guys, they've got nerves of steel. Guts filled with ice. They don't care. DT. Let's make those trees for removal because they're in the way. There we go. Am I quiet for anyone else? I should be okay. I'm getting up greens and yellows on the readout. I should be close enough to the microphone. Actually, I haven't put the music back on, have I? There we go. That's better. That's better. A little bit of music in the background. Just to add insult to injury, so Ocelot now can't hear me at all. Sorry, Ocelot. Hopefully you can hear me. That would be better. Maybe I'm mumbling. It's entirely possible. Jesus, we need to get these bodies out of here as quick as possible. And a trader. Oh god, I hope our trader's not dead. Let's have a look at the noble screen. Oh, for fuck's sake. every time the broker goes. Suddenly Jim is the militia commander? That doesn't make sense. He's our chief mason, isn't he? He hasn't got time to be running around with the militia. Well, at least our bookkeeper's still alive. Is the manager still alive? No, the manager's gone. Mayor's still alive, but then again, that's because he's comatose and has been for years. Oh, God. So, who do we put in these positions then? Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. So, we need a chief medical dwarf. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. We've got loads of people who are qualified for that. Let's do that first. Adequate diagnostician. Go on then, it's between Ustath and Assen. I'm going to go for the guy who's actually marked up as a diagnoser rather than a stonecrafter. Sorry. Also, Ustath, your surname begins with tit, which just doesn't work for me. So, managers. Got anyone who's good as a manager? No. Bugger. And our broker. Anyone with skills? Uni. Oh, Uni's in a coma. Well, just the way it has to go, isn't it? The best guy for the job, in a coma. Lying in hospital, never going to wake up again. If this was RimWorld, I'd be taking his organs out and using them for other people. But there you go, it's not RimWorld. It's Dwarf Fortress, and his organs will remain nestled safely within his bones. Well, not inside, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. The chest, the rib cage. So, who do we make the trader then? If he's the only Gad who can do it, then maybe we just make the next guy on the list, Etor Vabok Mamot. He's a carpenter. We don't really want that. We want a woodcutter, if anything. How about this guy? He's a peasant. Rakust. There you go. Now you're not a peasant anymore. You're a broker. Let's get some trading done. If we come up here, clicky clicky. Where is it? G, move goods to depot. We're going to go for the classic spike ball strategy. There we go. Lovely. 4 bins of high value goods. And then we need to say trader needed or requested at depot. He's currently asleep, but we'll see what happens. Did that say he broker can access the depot? That's fine. That's fine. No need to worry. Stop panicking, everybody. It's entirely unnecessary. Everything is going as smooth as butter. Made from butts. Butt butter. Butt butter. Nobody wants butt butter. That's the most awful product name in the world ever. Right, come on. We'll get a drawbridge in. We'll install it ready for raising next time something comes to attack from above. And then we'll get back on this adamantine mining kick. Because, frankly, we haven't got enough of that stuff yet. We need more. More. Because if our dudes are dying so easily, the adamantine armour will hopefully perk them up a bit, give them a bit more of a combat advantage. We've got a lot of forbidden equipment lying around, I wonder. What's this? Alpaca wool, right glove. Piles of vomit. Corpse, shoe, sock. Are these forbidden? No, they're not forbidden. Okay, we're getting miasma, guys. Get this shit out of here. And clean up that vomit if you can. This guy's an elf poet. How did he survive the purge? What's going on here? Surely he shouldn't be here. He's sitting right next to an elven corpse. Surely that's bumming him out, right? Maybe not. We should probably deforbid all the loot as well, shouldn't we? DBC, if I remember rightly. And then we'll just do a nice big reclaim over this area, because that was where the bulk of the combat took place, right? And that should get us a load of nice items. Hello, Singor! Welcome back. Good to see you. Let's give Singor a proper greeting in chat. There we go. Anyway, back to the Dwarf Fortress. Sorry to be so brief there, but I've got a big clean-up operation going on, Singor. The corpse is full of... The corpse? The corridor is full of corpses. The corpse is not full of corridors. That happens later if the body is mummified and then attacked by tunnelling creatures, such as maybe ants. Or maybe not, I don't know. Are there such things as corpse ants? Oh man, where's your miasma baffle when you need it now, scoundrel? Hey? When the hallway of your fortress is flooded with stinking purple gas. Disastrous. Disastrous. Look at all these body parts as well. What's this? Someone's lower front something. Let's find out. A little bit of an investigation. It's a lower front tooth. Nice. Nice. Teeth all over the floor. What tragic event happened to the line in the corridor with corpses? We had an elfin attack. A big mob of elves attacked with warbears and bobcats. Our military went out, weren't doing much, so we just drafted the entirety of the fortress and did the old CRYPTBEARDS rush. You know how it works. You know how it goes. Everybody in, fists are flailing, and then heads get crushed. It's remarkably effective, to be honest. Remarkably effective. Let's let these guys get on with the corpse clearancing. Corpse clearancing? What we might need is to start collecting some of this ash that's knocking around on the surface, because there is a lot of it. Who's this guy? Skunk tooth ring. Is that? No, not forbidden. None of it's forbidden. Is that a dead guy or a living guy? Can't tell. I mean, seeing it's only equipment coming up, he's probably a corpse, but I don't know. Dwarven child cancels clean self, horrified. Too horrified to wash. Oh my goodness, that's quite the mess. These traders aren't going to be happy, are they? Can we trade? Yes, we can. Good. Right, what do we want from him? Oh, at least our trader can tell that this stuff has value. That's the main thing. He may not be that correct with it, but he's doing okay. Wow, they've knocked out a load more of those silver warhammers as well. We could put some more weapon traps in. That would be nice. Maybe the fortress isn't as fucked as I thought. We may have some chance of survival yet. Right, so gold bars, not interested. Trifle pewter bars, not interested. Pig iron, not really. Tin, sterling silver, onyxes, rose cut spinels, limonite blocks, bismuthantite blocks, mica blocks, rutile blocks, mudstone blocks. No, this is interesting me. Let's do whole pages. There's loads of wood there. You know what? We could buy some wood. We are running a bit low, and I don't want to destroy all of the trees on the surface. I want to give them a chance to recover. So let's get a load of wood in. Lovely, lovely wood. All right, yeah. Peachwood, pine, larch, cedar, peachwood, birch, alder, tower cap, apricot wood, persimmon wood, giant cave spider silk rope. That's not at all what I want, so we won't choose that. Let's keep going down. An iron gomok. I don't think we've come across the gomok before as an instrument. It's fairly expensive. Let's have a little look and see what it's all about. Excuse me, I'm just preparing my nasal passages. Your beer brewing lady. I don't think we've even been in that same fortress, Diedrike. It's almost certain that your beer brewing lady has succumbed to death long ago in the ages of history, perhaps even in a different world. It's entirely possible, but we'll have to see. I'm pretty sure you're not in this fortress anymore, but you're welcome to claim a dwarf if you wish. We've just had a massacre, and so there's a lot of low morale. We need some naming ceremonies to cheer people up. This is a well-crafted iron gomok. The yoke is made from plumwood. The sound chest is made from iron. The strings are made from giant cave spider silk. The plectrum is made from clear glass. This object menaces with spikes of finely crafted gneiss. On the item is an image of a table-cut gem in giant hoary marmot tooth. On the item is an image of waves in persimmon wood. The gomok is a large hand-held, silk-stringed instrument with a wooden yoke and a metal body. The strings are suspended from the yoke down to the body, and the musician picks the 21 strings with a glass plectrum. Tuning is accomplished by pegs. Tuning is also possible using small levers. The instrument has a 4-octave range going from a very low to a mid-high pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has a round, smooth, evolving timbre. It has 3 registers. The low register has a graceful, fluid, eerie, fragile timbre. Graceful, fluid, eerie, and fragile. It's low as well, so low, graceful, fluid, eerie, and fragile. Oh, that's what I imagine it sounding like. The middle register begins at low pitch and has a sonorous, rich timbre. Even lower than the low pitch, but whatever. The high register begins at middle pitch and has a noisy, rich timbre. That's what that sounds like. It's very excitable. Very excitable. Image of a gem made out of marmot tooth indeed. Why go for an actual gem when you have an infinite supply of rodent teeth? Is a marmot a rodent? I'm sure someone will find out. Let's skip back to the screen and see what else we've got. I don't think we'll buy the gomok. We'll just have a little look around and see what else they've got. A gander in a cage? I don't think so. We don't really want a gander. We're all good for egg layers. Do we want a bull? Not really. Dwarven ale barrel might be good. May as well buy some milk. Yeah, let's just buy a load of stuff that they might be able to drink and buckets and whatnot. Yeah. So weapons. Do we want bronze? No, we don't. But I wouldn't mind a steel battle axe. We can melt that down and make some sweet steel shit. Is it a good battle axe? This is a steel battle axe. It is encircled with bands of well-crafted oval pericles cabochons. On the item is an image of walnut trees in marble. Ooh, yeah. Do I want it? We're going to melt a grand's worth of axe down to make bars. Is that a good idea? I mean, we may not have enough money to trade considering the value of steel. There's a steel short sword there. Is there a bit of it? It's only those things by the look of it. You know what? I'll have it. Even if we don't melt it down. I mean, they're useful weapons. Steel weapons are good weapons in my mind. We'll keep those. So what's down here? Cave spider silk, dwarven sugar bag, dwarven wheat flour bag. This is all the food, isn't it? Let's just get loads of food. Fuck it. Let's take it. Cave spider silk bag. Oh, it's just the seeds. Oh, well, never mind. Let's buy some bags anyway. We could do with some bags. Plump's helmet spawn, giant wombat leather bag, cave wheat seeds, cougar bone figurine of a dwarf. Let's see what it's like. I don't really look at the figurines very often. This is a cougar bone figurine of a dwarf. The item is an image of a dwarf in cougar bone. Yes, that's why I don't look at figurines. They tend to be descriptions of themselves. A hematite figurine of a bald man? Is that a bald man? This is a finely crafted hematite figurine of a blood man. Ooh. The item is an image of a blood man in hematite. That's a nice little synergy there. I like the way hematite and blood work together. It's an unusual thing for Dwarf Fortress to spit out something so lovely, but they have. I'm not going to buy it though. I've got no idea what a blood man is. Sounds pretty frightening. Or maybe it's just a guy who collects blood for the hospital. Who knows? Who knows? Brass scepter, iron bolts, bronze bolts, giant kakapo bon urn, a giant kakapo bon urn, of course, which is a kakapo bone earring. Anything interesting here? Some stones, steel anvil, prepared alligator snapping turtle lung. This is all the food. We'll just grab all the food. Fuck it. Saves making your own, doesn't it? We've got that tiny little vestigial farm, but we just buy all the food from every visitor that comes, regardless of what it is and who they are. Excuse me, this sniffling. Quarry bushes, blackberries, capers, garlic bulbs. Oh, we're onto the yarns. We don't really need those, but I can't be bothered to deselect them, so we're buying them now. How much is this all worth? 64 grand. Shit, I had better have a look at how much money I actually have to trade with. No, 6 grand. 6,416. I got confused there for a second. This weapon bin is well worth the amount we've got coming in. Steel chain leggings. Yeah, go on. We can melt those down, make something out of them. Backpacks. Do we need backpacks? Not really. A red panda leather backpack. Worth quite a bit as well. What about this giant leopard leather backpack? Let's have a look. Worth 720. This is a giant leopard leather backpack. It is encrusted with finely crafted, square, brilliant cut, precious fire opals and encircled with bands of well-crafted grizzly bear tooth. Ooh, I like it. We've got a load of grizzly bear tooth of our own at the moment, though, I imagine, so it's really not that... Holy shit, how is that silver warhammer worth $1 grand? Mind you, it is made of silver. I probably shouldn't be too surprised. This is a masterful silver warhammer created by Zassit Nakothrith. Zassit Nakothrith, you legend. Well done. What else have we got coming on here? Elkbird leather backpacks, spiked copper balls. Mate, I don't want copper balls. I've got wooden balls for days. I'm the wooden ball king. Reindeer cheese, no. Splints, bought a load last time. A Stibnite hive, okay. Errors in the Elf. Now this sounds like a book I can get behind. Let's take a quick peek at this little bugger. Excuse me. This is a giant magpie parchment scroll. It is encircled with bands of cushioned dolomite cabochons. The rollers are made from microcline. The object menaces with spikes of well-crafted great wren bone. Written on the item is an essay entitled Errors in the Elf, authored by Zepave Desert Lantern. It concerns the studies of the elf Zepave Desert Lantern in Paddlefist in order to be with the master of blah blah blah. The writing is quite self-indulgent. He's an elf. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Well, we'll buy it because it's a book, but I'm disappointed, to say the least. Pathways to the Mountain Halls. Let's see what they have to say about this. This is a deer parchment scroll. The rollers are made from bituminous coal. Written on the item is a guide entitled Pathways to the Mountain Halls, authored by Toulon Tongsgold. It concerns the Hillocks Paddlefist. The writing is as vicious as can be. Overall, the prose is passable. Hello Bergendorf, welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Apologies for not noticing you a lot earlier. You appear to have been languishing there, holding out a hand, desiring contact, but receiving none. What a bastard I am. Excuse me. Let's look at this raccoon parchment scroll. This is a raccoon parchment scroll. It is decorated with well-crafted oval crystal glass cabochons. The rollers are made from bismuthintite? They're made from that. On the item is a well-designed image of a gizzard stone in giant leopard bone. Written on the item is an untitled letter authored by Bannock Ink Paddles. The work has no particular subject. The writing is quite self-indulgent. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Okay, well, never mind. Let's buy. Do we want a bismuthintite display case? Not really. I'm not that excited. I mean, a stibnite gitnut pump is a very nice phrase to say. I like it, but I don't really need one. I don't have a gitnut. I don't need to replace the pump on one, so owning a stibnite gitnut pump is excessive, but it is nice to have that kind of thing around so you can just say the name. Stibnite gitnut pump. Could you pass me the stibnite gitnut pump, please? Thank you. Yeah, I like it. We're buying it. We're going to look at this orpiment-bound codex next. What's in here? This is an orpiment-bound codex. This object is adorned with hanging rings of pine. The written portion consists of a 16-page essay entitled Classic Saxol Cloistersaver, authored by Saxol Cloistersaver. It concerns the career change from Ranger to Bard of the dwarf Saxol Cloistersaver in tunnel figures in 408. The writing has a hint of viciousness to it. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Somebody's been penning a lot of vicious little books around here. I don't know what's going on. Perhaps someone's a bit bitter. A hornblende bound codex. Here we go. Excuse me. This is a hornblende bound codex. It is encircled with bands of donkey hoof. The written portion consists of a one-page guide entitled The Mountain Halls Exposed, authored by Hethray Ambersteed. It concerns the Hillock's paddlefist. The writing is stunningly self-indulgent. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Well, whoop-de-doo, another amateurish at best book. We've got a library full of those things. Okay, so he wants 8 grand to trade. So let's have a little look and see if we can trade some willow short swords, which are absolutely fucking useless. Sand pear wood short swords. Is he making these instead of the obsidian swords? Is he trying to make them or what? I don't know. I don't get what he's doing here. We'll try and save the spears and the warhammers for weapon traps, but if we need to, we can get a shot of them. Maple short sword, you can go. Sand pear wood short sword, don't need you. Pear wood short sword. It's a bit annoying having to pick through all this shit though. Copper spear, silver warhammer. Copper spear, silver warhammer. Blah 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 blah. Apricot wood short sword, you can go. Sand pear wood short sword. Sorry. I think we might have to sell some of these warhammers. We've got a lot of them, and also we're not getting even close to the value of what we're buying. We do need to step up our game, I think. Excuse me. More wooden weapons, got to stop that happening. I don't know why we're getting wooden swords and shit. That's a real problem. Finger lime bone wood crossbow, kumquat wood short sword. Kumquat wood short sword. Silver, copper, sand pear wood. Come on, where's my spiky balls? I should have tons of spiked wooden balls. Spiked pear wood short... Sorry, sand pear wood short sword. Cherry wood... Oh, maple. Good God, they're all over the place. Custard apple. Cherry wood. Maple, sand pear, spiked willow ball. Here we go. Let's get these spiked balls on the go. They're usually good. They're usually good for a trade. Oh, there we go, look. There we go, up to 7 grand already. Excuse my sniffles. There we go. Right, 13 grand. He's making 4 grand profit. I think he should be happy with that, shouldn't he? Let's press T to trade. And yes, he's happy with it. Good. Okay, so we've got all that stuff. And hopefully it will turn out to be useful. Hopefully the fortress won't just collapse in on itself, which is entirely possible. Entirely possible. No trader required at depot. And let's move all of our goods to and from the depot. There we go. Lovely. Right, let's get these dwarves clearing up these corpses again, because frankly they're taking a long time to clear the corridors. It's no good having people have to tiptoe around the corpses of their fallen friends. It bums them out. It would certainly bum me out. I wouldn't like to see my fallen friends. To be honest, I would feel a little bit bummed out tiptoeing around any corpses unless I knew full well and 100% for sure that they fully deserve to be corpsified. Otherwise, it's just depressing, isn't it? People killing people and all that jazz. Sad. Oh my god, I sound like Trump. Chief Medical Dwarf can't clean his patients. He's withdrawn from society. Oh, what happens when a medical dwarf gets a fey mood? This could be interesting. Let's find out. Where is he? He's somewhere here. Where's my cursor? Oh, there he is. Is that him? No, he's running around babbling. He's depressed. He's got nothing to do with this dude who's suddenly become gripped by a fey mood. Who is it? Where are you? Who are you? What are you doing? So unpause the action, see if anything happens. Do I see? Oh, there he is. There he is. Look at him. There we go. Let's follow him around and see what he does. What are you going to make there, mate? What are you going to make after walking through the miasma? Without carrying a body, I might add. You can't complain about the miasma unless you've got a corpse under your shoulder and you're heading towards the corpse stockpile. Do you understand me, lad? Oh, he's too into what he's doing. He's gone and claimed a craft dwarf workshop. That's good. Let's follow him again. See what he grabs. Okay, he's heading up to the... Okay, interesting. He's going to the surface. Presumably he wants bones. Well, he's got a lot of options when it comes to bones here. We've got tons of bits of bodies. It's almost like a kit bash kit. Oh, no, he's decided to go for something a little bit more animal. Not too interested in making stuff with, elven bones, which is sad. I mean, that's really all elves are good for, right? Their bones to make stuff with. I mean, they serve no other purpose. Then again, they do bring exotic animals to the fortress, so we have to give them that. We have to at least give them that. Come on. Oh, hello. Olon the metalsmith is throwing a tantrum. Oh, come on. He's just making something with one piece of bone. That's not good enough. What is this thing going to be? It can't take too long. It's got to be good because it's got to bring Eto the carpenter out of depression and his tantrum that he's throwing. I feel like we're on the cusp of a tantrum spiral. We're just about to have everybody just throw their tools down and start going, fuck it, I just don't care anymore. Fuck you, and fuck you, fuck everybody, fuck all this stupid shit. Why are we making so many fucking floodgates? That kind of thing. I can imagine a dwarf cracking and just losing his shit. Come on, man, build your thing. You only took a little bit of groundhog bone. 3 pieces of groundhog bone. My God, you got a medical degree and this is all you can come up with when it's time for arts and crafts? Good Lord. Come on. Everyone else is throwing massive tantrums around you, but no, you're sitting there with your 3 little bits of groundhog bone. Oh, I'm going to make a really great legendary artifact. Are you really? Is it going to be really great and legendary because of how intricate the tiny, tiny carvings are on it? Because you're using groundhog bones. A groundhog's probably about the size of a house cat. I don't know. Doesn't all add up to me. Maybe he's planning something a bit grander. Maybe he's already got something in there. Maybe he's incorporating parts of his own body into it. Oh, we've got another depressed child called Reg. Not a good sign. When even the children, surrounded by their lovely lead toys, start to get depressed. It's even worse sign if their hair starts to fall out. That's usually because of the lead. Come on, guy. Build your little gizmo. Your flingy flongy, whatever it is. Your legendary artifact. I want to see what it is now. Mind you, it will bring us back here when it's actually ready, won't it? So let's go back up to the surface, see how the corpse removal's doing. Badly. Oh, God. Come on, we've got 4 or 5 idlers knocking around. Why are they not hauling corpses? Why are they not being body boys? Oh, I've probably disabled the corpse hauling labour, haven't I? Maybe what I'll do is I'm going to quickly... Actually, I shouldn't do that. Let's... Oh, hold on a minute. Asen Kekimethel, Chief Medical Dwarf, has created Akrelator, a groundhog bone buckler. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Iton Battletrade. Okay, it's slightly more interesting than I was expecting. Let's see what he's come up with. If we go up one, we should find it. There we go. Rare covered. A groundhog bone buckler. Worth 2 grand. Not bad. Excuse me, my sniffs. Oh my goodness, it's awful, isn't it?
This is a groundhog bone buckler. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. This object menaces with spikes of groundhog bone.
Boring. Come on, get back to the hospital and stop fucking around. You've wasted enough of our time already. There are sick and dying dwarves who need to be ushered into the afterlife. And it's not going to get done by itself. There we go, that told him. Oh, we're seeing less bones. Oh, what's this? What have we been dragged over to? More migrants! This is unreal. It's like they must have heard about this place. Oh, it's amazing. Everybody who moves there gets slaughtered. And you know what? Not by something cool. Humiliatingly. By elves. Yeah. How do you feel about it now? Is that making your BDSM gland swell up? Huh? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. They appear to be appearing from right in the middle of this area here. How is that working? Where are they coming from? Fair enough, they all appear to be here now, so let's pause the action, head over to Dwarf Therapist, and figure out who the hell just arrived. I'll take you over with me. And we will sort, of course, by migration wave. Not that you can see the drop-down menu there. There we go. Oh, we also need to read the dwarves. Oh, yeah, we've gone up to 83, 10 and 1. That's good. That was 7 people in the last migration wave. Any big skills? Any exciting characters knocking around? I don't see anything big. I see a bone doctor. Oh, actually, we didn't have a bone setter before, so that's good. That's a skill hole plugged. What are you? Soap maker. We've got a couple of these lads turning up. Maybe we should start collecting the ash. I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I never do it. Let's look at their military prowess. Oh, hello there. Wait a minute. Another What is this? Why is everybody so into whips? We can't even make the things. We've got to get them from somewhere else. Oh, my hiccups are trying to stop the stream, but I won't allow it. I will endure for a little bit longer at least. Okay, so it looks like these guys are all cool, but, you know, not that cool, because we can't really make their weapons. But seeing as they have some military skill, we're going to assign them to the Breeds of Labour and top things off. He's already in the Breeds of Labour, isn't he? Should be. He is now. Commit. There we go. Let's sort by squad. There we go. Head back to the Labour screen, scroll up to the top, and see that we now have 4 in the Breeds of Labour. Absolutely lovely. Crossbowman, a soap maker, a siege engineer, and a recruit. Well, at least one of them has a decent... Well, 2 of them. And I suppose siege engineer is kind of tangentially linked. But then again, I mean, suppose thematically, Tyler Durden was a soap maker, and he seems like a war-y kind of guy, you know? Seems like the kind of guy you might want to send out to kill people. We'll see. Excuse my sniffles. I think actually what I should do is take all of these people and immediately put them in the... Oh, hang on. No, we didn't miss that. Sorry, I'm sorted by squad still. We need to sort by migration wave again. I might just bung them all in the military. Apart from the Bone Doctor, because we could use his skills. Should we do it? I think that makes sense, doesn't it? Right, Geshard, could you please get into the Breeds of Labour? That's 5 of them. 6 of them. Oh, remove subordinates first. Oh, okay. Let's try again. Assign to squad. There we go. 7 members. Ral, assign to squad. That's 8 members. Oh no, we don't want to assign him. We don't want to assign him. We don't want to assign him. Remove from squad. There we go. Synthad, you can go in. That's 8 members. And then Zolban, assign to squad, 9 members. Let's commit that. Everybody but the doctors in the military. Let's have a look at how the squad looks now. Squad 9. A little bit healthier. Little bit healthier. We'll go into the military screen and try and give them a reasonable schedule for training, i.e. constant training, but with enough of a number of people to participate that they'll actually get it done. That would be nice. Let's remove all their other possible distractions. Even the soaping skill. I know. Everybody wants to see soapy things, but never mind. Never mind. Let's scroll over to the right. Here we go. Take all the hauling ones out. Maybe except corpse hauling. Let's... Oh, hang on. Wrong way around. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Let's take out all of these. Come down here. Take all this crap out. Oh, don't pass over already deselected squares with a still held down mouse button, scoundrel. That's not going to pay off. Not in the long run, not in the short term, never. Never, ever, ever. we're all doing good here. We're all doing good. We've nearly got these labours assigned correctly. They're nearly going to be focused fully on their training. That will be nice. Be lovely, in fact. There we go. And commit. Everybody's just in the military now. Nothing else distracting them, which is good. Which is good. Now we have 9 of them. Hopefully we don't have to put the training number down too low, but we'll see. We'll see. This is where they train. The breeds of labour, and we need to... Oh, that's not right, is it? We go to the military screen, then to the breeds of labour, then to schedule. We look at their training, and they train with 5 minimum. So should we set that up to all 9 of them? You know what? Let's just leave it at that. Sleep in the barracks at will. There we go, that's better. I have to copy it to all of them, don't I? Okay, never mind. That's good, that's good. Copy. Paste, 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 paste. There we go. Maybe now they'll train a little bit more diligently now that they don't actually go back to their homes and see their families and sleep in their own beds ever. Because, you know, you're in the CRYPTBEARDS army now, son. But isn't everybody in the CRYPTBEARDS army? Don't we kill everything with our bare fists? That's right, soldier, but you particularly are getting isolated from your family because I'm an arsehole. Ha 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 ha. Should put some cage traps in to top off that broken up segment. It's annoying. They didn't stop any elves, but we'll give it a go. Build trap components, cage trap, and we'll bung that there. Another cage trap here, and another cage trap there. That will just fill out the gaps in the pattern there. Make it all a little bit more bearable. Oh, hang on a minute. We're still on the therapist. Let's go over to the fortress. Boom! Now you can see what's going on. How embarrassing! Leaving you all behind. I just filled out these cage traps here. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We also need to get some ghosts memorialised. They're trotting around causing jip. So let's head over here to the memorial making. Is this the one? Doesn't matter. They're all good. We'll add Alt S. We'll find the guys who are ghosting. Where are you? Huh. Could have sworn we had ghosts knocking around. But apparently, nobody cares that their bodies aren't properly... Oh, these guys are entombed and memorialised. What's this one got? Entombed and memorialised. Okay, that makes sense. Not memorialised, but slab engraved. Okay. Inod. Okay, so we've got a load of lads around, but... Oh! There's our ghost. Oh, we have to place the... Oh, okay, we've got to place the slab. No problem. Here we go. Build. Alt-S. Here we go. And then we'll place one here. Press X to get the full list. And then... Bang. Time to start slamming down memorials. Okay, X. Dum, 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 dum. Marble memorial. Lovely. S. Dum, 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 dum. It's a little tedious, but it gets you there. It does what it needs to do. Alt S. Let's pop that there. Press X. That's the most annoying part, having to press X. There's another memorial slab. Alt S. Put one here. Press X. Poof. There we go. Any more memorials on that page? No, but there's some memorials coming up from the bottom, so we'll do those next. We'll do the bottom ones next. What's the one? Author Clay's memorial. Alt S again, yes, Alt S again, press enter here, press X again, go up from the bottom, there's another memorial, Alt S, we're placing this one here, why not? Oh, no, that was just a regular slab, no vanilla slabs here boys, no vanilla slabs here, let's get rid of that, good, build, Alt S, that's the Windows key scoundrel, you stupid bastard, here's a slab, we're going to place it there, and we're going to say, please, could we have a memorial slab, please? Not just a regular one. I want one that memorialises the dead, so we can remember them fondly and look at the names and their deeds carved into stone. Oh, it's going to be so nice. Grandma will love a memorial. Sorry, got a little bit lost there in my own mind. If you just bear with me, I'll try and reboot and see if it works. Da, 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 da. Oh, I'm fine. I'm back to normal. Good. That's nice. Another Firelight Memorial. It's the Firelight Memorial. Doo-doo-doo. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little tired now. My mind is wandering a bit too much for coherency. There we go. We've got loads of slabs, but no more memorials to lay. Hopefully, once they're popped down in the right place, the ghosts will say, "Bye, I'm off to afterlife. I'm going to follow the light. It's been shining for days and days, but I just wanted to stay around here and do shit with the living. You know how it is. You know how the living are. So much fun. You just go boo and they start shitting their pants. It's great." I don't know why I'm doing that as well. Obviously very tired, putting on strange voices. Who does that? Nonsense. Absolute piffniffle. I'm not going to end the stream until we've got these corpses cleared, though. No, sir. Once those corpses are cleared, we can begin proper construction on some kind of fortress. Moat. No, not moat. Drawbridge. That's the word I'm looking for. Good God. The tiredness is coming in, lads. 1:30 in the morning, and my eyes are feeling heavy. Heavy. Well, just heavy is the only word I can think of that people use about eyes. Except it's not my eyes that feel heavy, it's my eyelids. My eyelids feel heavy. If your eyes feel heavy, that's bad. Because if you look down, they might fall out of your face. And that's not good at all. Nobody wants their eyes to fall out of their face. Everybody come into the fortress and take a miasma bath quickly. Come on. Come on. No, you're just going to prat around dancing over the bones rather than putting them away. Of course you are. Of course you bloody are, because you're dwarves. Another dwarven child slips into depression, probably sifting through the bones here, looking for its mother and going, "Mummy, Mummy, where are you?" And then I would walk up behind it and say, "Look, once we've got them all in the corpse stockpile, then we can start figuring out which shattered corpse belongs to whose kids, okay? Just get it moving. Stop crying. Do that later." Well, no, don't. It's annoying. That's how warm-hearted I am. I'm a regular comforter. I really am. Oh my God. I'm not. Be warned. I'm terrible at that kind of thing. Come to me with a terrible situation, crying, going, "Oh, it's horrible, this bad thing happened." I can give very flat responses. It's a terrible trait, but, you know. Oh, a diplomat has left unhappy. Oh, fuck you. What was all that about? Oh, wait, did he try and go and talk to our mayor and then realise, oh, the mayor's in a coma? That's why we're not getting any diplomat messages every time the wagons turn up. Aha! Now I get it. Now I get it. Why are these corpses not being shifted? That's the important thing right now. Surely having the corridors littered with dead bodies is not the best strategy for healthy living, right? I mean, sure. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do, but priority number one, no corpses. No corpses lining the streets of CRYPTBEARDS. Or at least I'd like to think that's priority number one. Clearly my dwarves think something else is priority number one. Fucking around, doing bugger all. And to be honest, I've probably disabled too many people with corpse hauling and they're all really busy ignoring the corpses. Someone's been interrupted by a human pikeman. Hello, what's this? Hello? Interrupted by a human pikeman? Spearman? Hammerman? What? Oh, another surgeon succumbed to depression. Let's zoom to the unit. Show me your unit. Is this the human Hammerman? Hammerman? Oh, he was getting disturbed elsewhere. Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to keep an eye on these humans wandering around with their hammers and their other weapons of assorted types. Bloody humans. Oh, no, let's not get racist against humans now, speciesist against humans. I hope not an invasion. That would be disappointing, because apparently the molestation happened here, which means they've penetrated our fortress at least past the first tier of cage traps, which, well, it doesn't bear thinking about. It's horrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Stupefying. Stupefying! Sorry, couldn't help myself. Couldn't help myself. Lots of Amani's teeth here, that's nice. Do we really want them on the floor, guys? Come on. If we could all get busy picking up bones. I mean, let's face it. If they've had their teeth knocked out, they're not getting back into the correct skull. We've got to sweep them all up with a dustpan and brush or something. We can't sit here fiddling around going, whose finger is this? Whose skull is this? Whose lump of severed flesh lying on the floor covered in flies is this? Whose miasma is this pouring out of their rotting flesh? I mean, these questions are all interesting ones to ask, but sadly, the answers aren't going to be any help. It's just not going to do anything for us. What the fuck am I talking about? It is 1:30 in the morning, bear in mind, so have a little bit of forgiveness in your heart for my rambly ways, because I am very tired. Very tired indeed. Indeed. Sorry, getting a little bit gravelly there. Oh, another peasant has slipped into depression. That's a bad sign. They don't tend to do well once they're depressed. Everybody tends to sort of go on this slippery slope. Oh, an elven bard has been found dead. Oh no. Oh dear. Hunter cancels harvest plants, interrupted by what now? Come on lads, what's all this human bullshit about? No, lots of cancellations, sure. Interrupted by a human maceman. No more details given. It was done here. Maybe they're just stumbling around blindly in the purple miasma, unable to see what they're doing. That could be it. They could just be bumping into people. Think on the bright side. Think on the bright side. Hopefully they're not here for my adamantine. That would be bad. Oh, Cupo's been interrupted by a human. I'm not happy with all these human interruptions. Look at this sod. What's he up to? Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's moved. Okay, so Zolban Boatlulled. He's a wrestler. He's our guy. The other guy on the square. There we go. Sath Sutra Rauidinum. He's a sir, whatever that is. Let's have a look. A medium-sized creature prone to great ambition. His wavy hair is extremely long. He has very high cheekbones. His nose bridge is slightly convex. His hair is white. His skin is peach. His eyes are cinnamon. His upper front teeth is gone. Oh, are gone. His upper front teeth are gone. Not is gone. Is a singular. Are is a plural. Come on, Dwarf Fortress, do better. Oh, I just farted. I hope the microphone didn't pick that up. Mind you, me telling you I farted probably makes it kind of moot point if the microphone picked it up or not. You know now. You have been inducted into the Hall of Shameful Secrets, also known as the Fart Club. Oh my god. This thing's been dropped, which is annoying, which probably means no one will pick it up in the end. Have all of the body parts been tasked? Is that what happened? They've been picked up and dropped or whatever? Maybe. Come on, boys, get these corpses out of the way. We've got a fucking drawbridge to build. We're going to need a big old pit to keep things that attack us in. Or are you just going to ignore all the bones and bits of flesh lying on the floor? Is that what you want to do? You want to wallow around in a charnel house for the rest of your days? Living in a place covered in vomit and blood? Mind you, the vomit appears to have all dried up mostly. It's just round the elf corpses. But you know, whenever I see an elf corpse, I do like to stick my fingers down my throat and deliberately vomit on it. Just so people know. Just so people know. It's good. Elves should feel frightened and afraid that they're going to be vomited on after their death. They should be terrified of it, in fact. Unless they're not really that fussed by vomit or anything after they're dead, really, so it doesn't really matter for them. My goodness, what am I babbling on about? This is quite the digression. These humans are getting very interrupty. Very interrupty indeed. We may have to kill some of these cats. I know our military's not tip-top right now, but they may have to do something. Intervene. Stop some of this bad boy behaviour. Are those slabs going in yet? Can we get rid of the ghost? Things seem to be going a bit bad. I'm not sure we're going to be prepared for the next attack. The inane babble of a madman at 1:37 in the morning. Indeed. That is indeed what you are currently witnessing. Morning. That's very true. It is morning. Morning has broken me. Someone's got to become a hunter. That's great. Recover wounded. Not happening. Come on, lads. Get all this corpsey stuff into the right stockpile. The corpse stockpile. I mean, it's fairly obvious. The name gives you all the clues you need. All you got to do is walk through the fortress and go, hey, what's this on the floor? Oh, it's a corpse or a piece of a corpse. And then think, we've got a corpse stockpile. And then put 2 and 2 together, come up with 4, and take that corpse outside. There we go. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Lovely. It seems like this child is trying to be coaxed inside the fortress, but every time it gets close, it's like, no, it's the corpses of my family. Oh. And then the other guy has to try and coax him back in again. Don't worry. Don't worry. They're all mangled beyond recognition. You won't be able to tell which one's which. Oh. The Dwarf Fortress is taking me to unbelievably dark places. I mean, we're a hair's breadth from talking about mass graves here. I mean, to be honest, it seems like it might be the only option with this number of dead people lying around in so many pieces. It's not so much the deadness, it's the dismemberment that really causes the mess. That's the problem. When people start flying apart and bits of them go one way and the rest of them goes the other, it's never practical. Certainly not in confined corridor spaces. They could have been more considerate in their attacking, to be honest. They could have kept their body parts detached, but no. They've got to be wrestled into bits. Can't just be satisfied with being beaten like a normal species. Got to get all fancy with it, haven't you? Oh, I've got pointy ears and I live for thousands of years and I'm a perfect human being. Fuck off.
Get out of here, you bastard. I'm not interested in your nonsense. I don't want to hear anything more about you bloody things. Get out.
The quality is diving. We're taking a nosedive here. I feel like maybe it's prudent to save this... oh, look at the bloom of my asthma. To save this clearing operation for next session. What say ye, chat? Am I beyond my realm? Am I getting a little bit too slurry? I think I am. In fact, I almost certainly am. Those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for doing so. It's been a genuine pleasure recording for you, but I need to sleep, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to stop sleeping and I'm going to stop playing and I'm going to immediately go and watch something, almost certainly. What it is, I couldn't say, but if you want to know, ask in Discord. Maybe I'll still be around. Anyway, goodbye YouTube. Bye.